Yeah.
All right, guys. So the second topic, now that I spoke about LA Knight, is Roman Reigns and LA Knight.
Oh, thank God.
um. So my first question: do you guys think that LA Knight gets buried now with this situation in Crown Jewel? Let's start again with Norton, just so we could clear that out with people.
So my take on that was I feel like Roman put LA Knight over huge, and LA Knight did not get buried there. Not only did Roman not kick out to the BFT, he didn't even budge. It was a 1, 2, 3 clean, and Jimmy had to put his foot on the rope. So it was a clean, no matter what anybody wants to say about it, Roman didn't move. So yeah, he was not buried. It was a clean. It was a clean victory for LA Knight. As much as I want to mark out for Roman and uh, put the ones up, like they really put him over strong 100%. They made Knight look good in the loss. So that's all I got to say on it. You can take it over to Fox.
All right. Well, honestly, Killer B here in our chat just made a really good point. It's like he didn't look out of place at all with Roman.
I know, bro.
But I will say that the BFT, that move looks a lot stronger when he's fighting somebody that is less of his size, and it doesn't look as deadly against a guy like Roman Reigns. But throughout the match, absolutely LA Knight killed it. I'm a huge LA Knight guy. I like what he's doing. I absolutely rewatch his Aldi videos constantly when he did those Aldi commercials. I think they're great. Did it bury him? Absolutely not. In fact, I think it's going to do nothing. And like we were just talking, and I'm sure we'll get into it later about what's next for Roman Reigns or for LA Knight. And I see it being the U.S. title. And
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
And so, but no, did it bury him? Absolutely not. I think it made him look amazing. SmackDown has very few if you're just average Joe Blow guy, like Paul Logan or a Logan Paul fan, and you're gonna watch now, and you're gonna see a guy like LA Knight. I think that LA Knight's gonna grab you harder to pull you in to watch the show even harder.
Now that we're gonna listen from the biggest LA Knight Jits.
Yeah, let me talk to you. But I get into that. But I think before I do, I think this is a testament to how good Roman is. This is a testament of how far he's gotten or gone or progressed since he made his debut with the Shield, right? He was not a guy that could carry someone in the ring like that. I'm not saying he carried LA Knight. LA Knight did his thing. We all know that. But what I'm saying is he sold every single move that LA did. And when LA does it, to Fox's point, when LA does it to somebody else, it doesn't look as good. When he did it to Ray, or when he did it to, whoever else, even Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. But he elevated in such a way that like even Roman saw the gold, the pot of gold, and was like, I'm going to sell for this guy. I'm going to put him up there. And and LA Knight absolutely is not going to be buried in this situation. If not, it's going to elevate him to a status. Now look at the situation. Roman's gone. Cena's gone. Who do they have left? It's LA Knight. He will be.
Took my point.
Yeah, he will be. He will be the top tier on SmackDown, but it'll be going for the U.S. title, which I hope it. Obviously, it's going to be Logan Paul, but them two in the ring together, talking shit, is going to be ratings upon ratings upon ratings. So yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, It's the megastar. Huh?
This is
Don't you even, Norton. Don't you even, Norton. I see your face right now. Don't you even think that Logan's coming out of an LA Knight, a Logan Paul match, and LA Knight's not walking out of here. Dummy. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
one,
okay,
one,
okay.
BF, one BFT.
Before-
Let me talk to you. One BFT. Boom. It's over.
let me talk to y'all. This is the worst part about hosting a podcast and being the last one to talk. So all my points, you guys already said it, right? The only thing I could add to the fact that LA Knight is not buried and did not get buried in this match is because LA Knight was not fighting for the belt. LA Knight was fighting to prove himself as a main event star. And he
Perfect.
walked out of there as the fucking main event star. Stone Rocks earned the respect from a lot of people like me who did not believe he could do it. If you pay attention, like a lot of people noticed it. The video that I did about that match the day after, right? Not once did I call him Stone Rocks. The whole time
No.
I called him LA Knight because he earned that respect from me that day. So it also gives testament to how great Roman is, not only being able to sell the moves and not only being able to carry, but the fact that he changed the whole style of his matches to make sure that this match ran smoothly. And it fucking did. Also, they made LA Knight look even more believable when it comes to the BFT. Not only did Roman did not kick out of the Stone Rock Stoner, but he was the only one. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. It's the Stone Rocks RKO Stunner. So he was also one of the only few people to kick out of the spear in this reign from Roman Reigns. So it showed in two different parts of the matches, this guy is strong. This guy is here. My favorite part about LA Knight and why I am slowly becoming an LA Knight mark is because unlike Cody, they not fucking overexposing LA Knight. It has been very natural.
Really? All right. Stop right now. Okay. let's get real here. All right. LA Knight is 40 years old. Okay. You're just now coming. I mean, granted, he did some bad things back when he was in TNA. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I feel the whole you're going to call yourself a mark is absolutely. I don't know. I dislike that word, and I'm going to tell you why. Calling somebody a mark is just so cliche and trash. We're all freaking marks, if that's the word you want to play. We all have all four of us here are marks to a certain character. And yeah, there you go. Absolutely. And we'll get into mine later. Okay, but it's irrelevant. LA Knight is absolutely doing the right things. His mindset, his criteria, what he's doing outside of the ring. He spent a lot of time when he was in Saudi. He sat in that chair and he had that whole meet the stars, and he sat there and he met every child he could in Saudi Arabia.
It was shaking hands and kissing babies, baby.
No, he was not kissing no babies, because if you watch that video, you notice he had a cloth on his leg, and their culture, he has to wipe his hands off before he can touch somebody else, and which is very that's a very honorable thing to do. LA Knight does have something going, but again, I'm going to go back to this point that I just made. He's 40 years old. How much time does he really have?
He doesn't need much time.
Before what? He has a flash in the pan, grabs a title, and runs off. They need to slow play him a little bit more.
Okay. Norton, I'm pretty sure that your answer is gonna go with this. So let's just kick off the second part of this topic where we talk about what's next for LA Knight and what should the focus be.
I thought the next one was Roman Reigns.
We know what's next for Roman Reigns. He's gonna come back and Royal Rumble and win again because he's the tribal chief.
We skipping that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mark that one off. I had a really good thing I wanted to say about Hulk Hogan, but I'll skip it. I'll skip. No, it's cool. I'll skip it.
Hulk? We're skipping Hulk?
No. We're gonna come back to Roman. The thing is that I know that what you were gonna answer Fox now was gonna go along with that LA Knight question. So that's why.
But okay, I'll go with this here. So LA Knight would I see him going like we've all said. LA Knight's going for that US title. That's the only thing that he can do next. That's the only thing that he can do next.
Could he find a tag team partner?
I hope not.
I hope not. I hope they don't do the Cody and Jimmy and Jay and all that. That's so trash thing to do. Let's not put him in a tag team.
Fox, what do you think? What do you think is next for LA Knight, and what should the focus be moving forward?
He is going. I think in the next week or so, he's still going to resent and poke at the bloodline. But his next match of any decency will be against Logan Paul for that U.S. title.
Okay, Jits.
So to talk about where he is going, I'm going to touch just a couple seconds here, a little bit here of where he's been, where he started, right? We all know he came from TNA. Before that was NWA. And I heard Fox say, he did some bad things in TNA. We'll just blame TNA writing for that. He goes to NXT, wins the $1 Million Championship, and feuds with what's his name, Cameron Grimes, and then wins the $1 Million Championship and beats up poor old Ted DiBiase, which I love because fuck that guy. So he gets in, he does the manager role, hates it, and then gets in a feud with Bray Wyatt, and then the rest is history. We need to talk about where he was because his career has just been doing this. And now that he has met the pinnacle at this point with Roman at the main event for the title, there's literally no more way but up for him. And I'm saying it, yes, as a mark. We're all marks, as Fox said, but I'm saying that as a LA Knight fan, or not saying this as an LA Knight fan, being objective as possible. That you have put him in a position where, like, again, when I said a few minutes ago that Roman's gone for now. Cena's gone. He's the guy. So where do they go from here? Literally any fucking where he wants. And he has all the cards stacked in the deck in his hand. He can take those cards and say, okay, yeah, I want to go for the US title, or maybe I jump over to Raw and I go after the world title, or whatever. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Or he gets in a tag team. Fucking pray to God he doesn't do that. I hope he's not in the Survivor Series.
All right, hold on.
That's it. That's my point.
So here's the problem I see with this. You mentioned twice now that Roman's gone. Okay. That he's got the US title. Logan Paul came out and said, "You don't know what you're going to expect of me. I can go anywhere I want." Why would they do that? Why go ahead.
Okay. So this goes into my answer with LA Knight. LA Knight has become a megastar or a superstar, whatever you want to call it.
Self-proclaimed megastar.
Self-proclaimed. Right now, within the wrestling community. And the popular and pop culture and regular public that your non-wrestling fans, if you ask them who LA Knight is, they don't know who LA Knight is. We know because we watch WWE every week, right? So you get somebody like Logan Paul, whose followers are so broad, right? And you give him this belt, this US belt that wasn't getting no love whatsoever. I respect the Hall of Fame sperm donor, but he didn't do nothing with that belt.
No.
Okay. So you give it to a guy like Logan Paul. Now you got his 20 million people on Instagram watching it. Now you got his 20 million subscribers on YouTube looking at this belt, and all this broad audience, right? And this is why, Fox, even though maybe you and a lot of people don't agree that LA Knight should get that belt, this is the reason why he should. Okay, I would much rather, as a LA Knight fan, he's 40 years old. He doesn't have that many years left in him. So I don't want him to say, I'd rather hear, LA Knight grabbed the US belt and he elevated it than LA Knight got one run for 3 months with the WWE Championship.
Norton,
Remember, I think you were getting ready to say it, but you didn't say it. I don't know why you didn't say it. Remember what John Cena and The Miz did for those mid-card titles?
I was about to. So
LA Knight could do that.
LA Knight could do more. And the reason why LA Knight could do more is because back then, when The Miz and John Cena did this, right, social media wasn't as great as social media is now. Think about the reach that LA Knight could have in a feud with Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a fucking heat magnet. When this dude won the belt, right? WWE Instagram, the official Instagram page, put a 5-second video of Logan Paul raising the belt, right? Then they put a video of Seth Rollins and that stuff. They put a video of Rhea. They put a video of Damian and Rhea. They put a video of Roman. They put everybody's video put together. Their views were half of what Logan's views were. That's so you can see the reach that this guy has.
great. Awesome point. And this is where my next question becomes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have LA Knight go right after Logan Paul.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna.
I don't think it can happen. You have to give that build up some time to get Logan Paul's fan base invested into what's going on.
Okay.
And then what? And then what? Let's say let's go Royal Rumble for instance. Let's say that matchup. You think that's still too soon?
That's still too soon. I'm gonna tell you
What do you do? Then what do you do with LA Knight between now and WrestleMania?
Okay, so this is what happens. We all know there's 2 shows that WWE have where the general public is gonna watch, right? And it's WrestleMania and it's SummerSlam. Why? That's where they involve all the rappers, all the pop artists, all the stuff, all the celebrities. They all go there. Again, for them to make LA Knight this pop icon, it has to be in the general public eyes, and the only place is WrestleMania. And you also gotta give people time to hate Logan more than they already do.
I like that point. However, we just said how big Logan Paul is. Logan Paul does not need WrestleMania to make that match with LA Knight big.
Logan Paul doesn't need it, but LA Knight does.
No, but what I'm saying is because he's so big, you put LA Knight in the rubbing shoulders, no matter where it is, people are going to get views and they're going to get introduced to LA Knight. They don't need WrestleMania for it. It would be helpful. It would be great, but it's not necessarily needed. I'm not saying that it'll happen earlier than that or later. What I'm saying is, the point is they don't really need it.
Norton, go ahead.
I just don't see LA or not LA Knight. Excuse me. I just don't see Logan Paul being there next. I see him being there this week possibly, but I don't see him being there week to week to week to week to week.
No, it's
So
not gonna
he
happen.
so he's going to be like Roman Reigns. He's going to be there spotty and so on and so forth. So when he does show up at the next pay-per-view or the following pay-per-view or the following pay-per-view, when he does show up, he's going to be in a match with some other guy and some other guy, and he's going to be there 2 or 3 weeks down the road. And then when he finally does get in that feud with LA Knight around WrestleMania season, which isn't far out.
It's not.
Yeah,
not at all.
it's only a couple months away.
What time frame are you all living in? It's only
Okay.
November.
Okay, let
But
me answer.
but there's
let me
not.
answer that for you. Let me answer that for him. Remember, Logan Paul at some point is gonna have to defend that title to somebody from LWO, which most likely gonna be Santos Escobar, right? So let's say they make that in Survivor Series. Boom. That was when? November, right? There is how many pay-per-views? There's no pay-per-views in December.
Then
you have-
January.
Then you have January, which is Royal Rumble.
Wait, are we not doing day one again this year?
No, there's nothing.
No, they skipping it. So that's why I'm telling you that's why.
So
the time-
wait, whoa. You're telling me there's no pay-per-view in December?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I missed that point.
Endeavor gave him December off.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pay-per-view
All right, so
is-
now,
now do you see it?
we're
Now
going
you see
right.
it.
Now we're going right to Royal Rumble, which brings up the next question.
Royal Rumble, he's gonna face
What are we going to talk about Royal Rumble?
Ricochet. Remember, he still got a Ricochet issue going. Before he did this match in Crown Jewel, he was at Raw, jumping Ricochet with Dominic Mysterio. They were supposed to have a fight after what was it, SummerSlam, and it never happened. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing it's gonna be his first feud. It's gonna continue to be LWO until he faces either Santos Escobar or somebody. And I think the next person might be Ricochet, so it could last all the way till he gets to WrestleMania with LA Knight.
But my question is, does LA Knight feud with the remnants of the fucking bloodline?
So that's that's where I go where the focus should be. And I think Fox is gonna love this about me. I think the best person, the person that have had the best move after facing Roman has been Cody Rhodes. Meaning Cody Rhodes got on the ring and he didn't blame the bloodline. He didn't blame nobody. Cody Rhodes said, "I lost." He never said, "You beat me because of Jay. You beat me because of this." So I think if they do that with LA Knight, they continue to show him as the strong guy that he was in Crown Jewel.
All right, hold up. But where is, like when you look at Raw, you got Cody, you got Jay, you got Sammy, you got Seth. What do you have on SmackDown? As far when you're talking about Judgment Day on Raw, and then you got Bloodline on SmackDown, you have LA Knight. There's no other strong faces to help. You're talking LA Knight versus Solo, Jimmy, and Roman. That's not a thing.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin's dealing with freaking the Australian Miz and Austin Puree.
I think that you gotta. Well, there's AJ Styles too. I know I'm about to get some boost for that one because you guys feel some type of way about AJ. But AJ's a babyface. He's been having his issues with the bloodline. Remember, they beat him up in the backstage and put him out of commission, right? So what I'm thinking is he teams up with LA Knight, possibly to feud with Solo and Jimmy. Could be it. Is it a good idea? I don't know. Is it a bad idea? Guess we'll see.
Okay, well, last thing is I'm pretty sure, so we can all agree and move on. The next step for LA Knight should be the US title.
Yes.
Are we all in agreement with that? Or
I absolutely agree.
100%.
And he left.
No, I'm here. My bad.
He turned his mic off.
I turned the fucking camera off by mistake. I'm sorry, guys.
There's a huge camera button. How you hit that?
I got no idea.
Was that not in Spanish?
So
clip it.
so we agreed.
Yeah.
U.S. title.
I think we're all in agreement on that.
Okay, now let's move on. The third topic. I think this one is a quick topic.
Oof. Oof.
I don't think we're gonna sit there too long,
He skipped
right?
Roman.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yes,
oh
yes.
my God, that's an even quicker topic.
You
What's next for Roman Norton?
So it depends on which way they want to go with it. If they're gonna end with Cody at WrestleMania, then I see him going to Royal Rumble and setting something up possibly with Solo to end the bloodline. If they don't, then he's going to face possibly AJ because they were supposed to do an AJ thing, but they pushed it with the megastar. But I'm hoping that they do push it all the way out to SummerSlam, so that way they can get rid of Triple K, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
We got to end that. We got to end that record.
Yeah, racist going. Racist Hogan got to go. Fox, what's next for Roman?
What's next for Roman is, at this point, I'm going to point this as just general fan. Stop reading the internet. Stop talking to my friends. This sumbitch is never going to lose this goddamn title.
I will be fucking dead. I will be dead by the time he loses it.
I feel the same way. I just cannot, I'm not, let's be real. Let's go back to WrestleMania. How many of us really, the way that match went between Cody and Roman, we thought Cody was going to finish the story.
Not me.
Not me.
Well, that's
really.
Yeah, I didn't think Cody was winning.
I did.
Did you see the Roman entrance? I knew he was winning with that entrance.
I will say at that, after the match and the next day, I sat and thought about it, going, "Man, that wouldn't be a good storyline." I did. I got caught up. I got caught up as a fan and not somebody that freaking analyzes everything. And that's what you three have done to me now. You three have made me analyze every goddamn thing. And I don't even know if I can be a fan anymore because I'm too busy analyzing. I love you all.
So this is the thing. This is the Jits. I'm sorry.
Good.
I remember I made a video about that before we went into WrestleMania. I had about 3,000 negative comment and only one comment that say I agree with you, and it was Norton. Right when I told people, remember Norton? I ended my video by saying, "You give Cody the belt, and then what?" And that's why I knew he wasn't going to win. And the second thing going into WrestleMania that let me understand that he wasn't going to lose the belt was when I saw Jimmy and Jay go for the count. I was like, oh, for sure, Roman is not going to lose his belt. You understand? Like, if they would have kept the belt, I probably would have been like, oh, yeah. Just go ahead.
No, I want to say the first of all, Fox, for your analyzing, that's your autism kicking in. You can't blame us for that, okay? That's their slight autism or Asperger's kicking in, all right? Now, what I will say, Roman Reigns is it's so fucking, there's so many things. I'm going to be dead by the time he gives up that belt. I'm going to retire and go move to fucking Florida. He's going to be Samoan Santa Claus with white fucking hair and a white beard, and he's still going to be spearing the goddamn daylights out of the story that keeps getting told over and over. It's a chapter book at this point, this fucking story, over and over and over again. It's like a Harry Potter novel.
We can only hope. We can only hope it lasts that long.
Okay, yeah. Okay, what's next for Roman in my opinion is more wins. That's what I see. And the reason why is because if I sit down and I look at it from a business perspective, right? If Cody would have won the belt last year, a lot of people would have stopped watching wrestling. Right? Because it wouldn't be exciting. Now you have 75 to 80% of those people come back every month to every pay-per-view to see if Roman gonna lose that belt. So you can sit down and wait. We coming after racist Hogan, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's just happened, you know.
Every time we say something about Hogan, Jits' face just curls up. Look,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Look, man. He's the one who said brother the wrong way, not me. Okay.
Yeah.
He thought because Booker T said it once, he could say it too. Oh,
Right.
Hogan, I'm
Whoa,
coming.
that's a different word.
He goes, "Oh, I have the card. Really? I'm one of them? No, bro. That's not how that works, my guy."
That's not how it works.
I'm gonna point out right now. Nope, that's not how that works.